curious, first of all, do you remember where you were, what you were doing when you first hatched this idea for this fairy tale world?
I think we were sitting in your apartment.
Yes, my apartment on Franklin Avenue, and we had just come off Felicity, and we were thinking of a pilot. Our agent said, well, if you were going to write a pilot, what would it be? Why don't you think about it? And Adam and I were saying, somehow we got to the evil queen, and wouldn't it be horrible to be her and be trapped in the enchanted forest where everyone has a happy ending and everything you do fails, and you get a working oven inside a gingerbread house, and that witch can't, kill the 2 children. We thought that would be a show I'd want to watch. Where would she take their entire forest to a place where she can win? And that's our world.
The problem we faced was we had no clue how to do this show. I mean, it was incredibly ambitious.
And when you're in Hollywood and you're young writers and you go and you pitch your show, and your show has dogs and children and dwarves and fairies and wolves, they say thank you.
The show seems like a perfect fit for ABC Disney. Was it their idea to kind of work with you on something that made use of their characters?
No, after Lost ended, we came to them to talk about what kind of show we would want to do, and this idea had been with us for so many years, and we were so passionate about it that we told them about it, and they were amazing and were supportive right away to let us try to figure out this crazy idea.
You've kind of taken some bold moves with the characters, which makes it interesting and surprising. So far, you've killed off the fairy godmother.
Yeah.
And a dwarf. Not one of the 7, but you killed off Stealthy, I guess it was.
Yeah.
The little-known 8th one, yes.
Yeah.
Says, are there concerns from the network? Oh, are they monitoring what you guys do in terms of making sure that you're not going to explode Snow White or?
Yeah, they're pretty supportive. The day that we had an 8th dwarf and we killed it, we killed Stealthy. We got a call from franchise that day.
We did. When that script came out, we had a discussion, but they were supportive. They've been very supportive of the show from the start, and we wanted to do our own takes on a lot of these characters and kind of take them to different places. And to their credit, they've been amazing in letting us kind of do some nutty stuff.
Anything they said that's off limits?
No, we've pretty much been able to talk them into everything.
What is on your wish list? I know that you guys said that you were fans of Peter Pan, and that's been a little bit of a trick. Where are we now with trying to get that?
Still trying to get that. Obviously, we would love to be able to do Ariel.
Yeah.
If there's a season 2, we'd love to do Rapunzel.
And Mulan is a favorite.
Yeah, so I think there's definitely a lot of people we've yet to meet in both Fairy Tale Land or Storybrooke.
Yeah, I mean, Storybrooke we like to think of as a lot bigger than it seems at first, and we're hopeful to have the opportunity to keep exploring it.
Yeah, I made a reference to Edward Hallowach's Winnie the Pooh. Who are some characters that we will never see turn up in Storybrooke? Pluto?
I don't think we want to close off any doors.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Pluto could show up.
If it goes 9 seasons, we'll get to everybody eventually. I wanted to ask about Emily the Rabbit and Alan Dale. I thought actually Beauty and the Beast was one of my favorite episodes of the season so far. So great. Who else in the Lost world is on your wish list? Who would you love to see come on? I know all of them, I'm sure, but are there a couple people, boy, it'd be great to have that person come on?
Well, this morning we were lucky to run into Jorge.
Oh, we love Jorge.
And we haven't written for him since, Lost, so listen, we're fans of everyone on Lost.
I mean, it would be just wonderful to be able to write for them all again, and hopefully if we get the opportunity, we'll find the right thing and the right thing where everybody would want to come back together.
You guys are very clever with planting little Easter eggs in the episodes. Talk first, if you can, about some of the Lost Easter eggs or salutes you've dropped into the episodes.
Well, they started being Easter eggs that I think just shameless. The pilot had the clock at 8:15 and a Geronimo Jackson sticker and 108 for Regina's address, and then we showed McCutcheon's whiskey,
Apollo Bar,
and
it was probably the biggest Apollo bar that has ever been constructed.
And I would say to in an upcoming episode, look up in the air.
Yeah.
Well, I want to give you guys a chance to ask some questions before we wrap up. I just want to ask, as I said, these guys are about to take off for Canada right after the panel to go work on the season finale. Can you give us just a couple little teases about what we can expect?
Sure. I mean, I think we can tell you that one character is coming back in the finale.
You know who I'd love to see come back for the finale, Adam?
The hot sheriff!
No, wait.
What's that? What did you say?
Wait.
The hot sheriff!
Yes.
The Huntsman will be back.
Jamie Dornan.
And I have to warn all of you, he's grown more handsome.
Was it hard to do that? Was it hard to kill him off?
No, he gets handsome more every day.
It was extremely painful to kill him off because Jamie is a great actor and a great friend, and we are excited to say the return of the Huntsman is coming to the finale. Also, we'd like to give a quick shout out in the audience to Jane Espenson, who is one of our fabulous writers and of last week's Little Red Riding Hood. So. I can't see anything in front of me but a gate.
Yeah,
so Jane, there's love for you somewhere.
Okay, let's take some questions from you guys.
Wait, you've asked one today. You're a reporter.
Fan one. This is
Okay, as long as you're doing it as a fan.
so. This is actually sort of bugged me since the pilot. Since Henry has this book, and everyone in town.
Regina, isn't it?
Everyone in town is cursed with him. Are we ever going to basically find out more about the book itself and where it came from, and does it have anything to do with August, or can you hint anything at that?
Yes. I mean, we're going to find out more about the book, and we will find out much more about August.
You will know by the end of the season who August is, why he's here, and pretty much everything you've ever wanted to know about him, and 2 things you didn't.
What about an August Emma kiss? Is that something that we can look forward to?
Who knows?
Why would we tell you that?
I don't know. Listen, sometimes.
One can dream.
Listen,
Emma seems lonely.
Well, right now, Emma's investigating a heart that was found, so we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I really love the unique twists that you've done on some classic relationships, romantic relationships. And I was wondering if you're planning to do any queer or gender switched versions of classic fairy tales at any time.
I would say that we would absolutely be open to that, and we haven't.
Look, I mean, we are hopeful that we'll get a chance to continue telling the stories beyond this season, and
we can tell stories that reflect everybody.
Yes, which we would love to do.
I'm sure Disney would, Prince on Prince action, they would totally go for this.
Listen, they let us kill a dwarf. I feel like that lets us do anything now.
Thank you.
In all fairness, Disney is actually one of the biggest supporters of LGBT issues, so bravo to them for that.
Hi. First of all, I want to say I absolutely love the show. That episode brought me to tears, so you're doing a great job with the storytelling. I have kind of 2 questions. First one is, are we ever going to figure out who the Doctor is in Fairy Tale Land? And are you going to do comic books or graphic novels to go further into certain characters?
Action figures.
I mean, who the Doctor is, we have a plan. Just please be patient.
It will not be this season, but when we do, it will be a.
We hope so. And as for the other stuff, we've been so focused on trying to launch the show and to get it going that we haven't had a chance to turn our attention to those things, which we would love to do if the time was right, and more importantly, be able to do it and maintain it to the quality that we try to do for the show. And we've got an amazing staff of writers who
some of whom write comic books.
Yeah, so we'd love to do that.
Thank you.
Did you like the episode, by the way?
Eddie's a little insecure.
I just need validation today.
That was awesome. So that didn't have anything to do with my question. question. I wanted to know, the people of Storybrooke, now that they're living in the modern day world, do they have false memories of childhoods, or is everything just a blank slate behind their adult lives?
No, they have,
Can you repeat the question?
the last sentence.
Do they have childhood memories of living in Storybrooke?
Like Blade Runner, they have implanted memories, so that Mary Margaret has memories all the way through childhood, but a lot of the times they're just a haze. Why haven't you left? I don't know. So.
Alright, that's it. Thank you. Great show.
Thank you.
We have time for one more audience question, but there's one more I want to throw out. You know, you've been talking more and more about, it seems like love is a way to escape this world, and of course we remember in Lost season series finale that it seemed like finding true love was your way to escape and salvation. Is there something there with finding your soulmate, finding who you're meant to be in life that gets you freedom and strength?
I mean, look, you know, true love is one of the themes of the show, and it's something that we really intend to continue to explore what love means and all its different permutations.
I think that all the characters, you know, Rumpelstiltskin, Regina, Mary Margaret, Emma, they're all looking for love in different ways and for different reasons, and, you know, as the season continues, we're going to show you more of them.
Cool. And our last question.
This question regards the origin of dwarves. How you had them born out of eggs, fully grown up, with beards and intelligence and grown up. How did you come up with that concept, and were there any objections from anybody, and how did the conversations go?
You know, I'd say that there were, as with all the things we've been talking about, Disney has been incredibly supportive of allowing us to kind of come up with, you know, with different takes on these things. So the idea of doing the eggs and all that wasn't something that anyone objected to.
And, you know, we actually, I think we were having lunch with Damon Lindelof, and we were talking, and we were saying that dwarves, how come we've never seen a female one? And that was, we knew we wanted to do a grumpy episode, and I think it was that lunch where we came up with the idea of, well, what if they were just born, you know, it was Leanne Berg and an egg.
And then once that image was in our head, we just couldn't shake it.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we're going to let you go off and kick some Wicked Queen butt up in Vancouver. So, thank you.
Thank you.